Podcast, WATP.
Tom Myers was the guest on Misery Loves Company on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And so it starts off where Kevin, for the first 30 minutes, is just watching Bob talking to OJ, and he's breaking down Bob Levy leaving TSN and giving his brilliant analysis of it, as Kevin does. And so then after he does that, he brings Tom up and he asks Tom for his hot take. You know, we make fun of Jeff Heisen for not being prepared.
Yes.
And he wants to be prepared, but he's not. This is Tom's best Jeff Heisen impression, where he is so unprepared for this. It might be the funniest thing I've ever seen Tom do, and that is saying something.
$4.99. Thank you, Dick.
All right, Tom Myers is here. I don't know, Tom, you got any takes on any of this?
I tell you what, I listened to...
Tell me what.
I told, because I listened to some of these clips over the weekend because I figured you were going to be talking about this. I feel like I just got done watching one of those Scared Straight videos, like one of those things that they used to do in school. Like, you know, every single thing that you're not supposed to do, and here's what the end result will be. I feel like that's what I just watched.
What do you mean?
I mean, I got to give Kevin credit.
I know.
That's the right way to respond to that. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, the Dick Masterson.
Yeah, right. Like, what do you mean?
I like him introducing Tom. Well, Tom's here.
Dude, this show, I am telling you, I know people like MLC. They think Kevin's funny. Kevin's definitely a funnier guy than John Melendez, but their shows are looking very similar to me lately. It's nuts. He is not running his show well. He does not seem to be enthused or interested at all. And every time Tom is talking, except for this very beginning, Kevin's ignoring him. At this point, he's like, all right, Tom, what's your hot take on this? You're a comedian, Tom Myers. You probably got something for this. And no.
Watched.
What do you mean?
I mean, well, because
Just say.
Watch this. This is going to get so much worse. Tom was not ready for it. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah.
What does that mean, scared
straight? You had 4 setups and no punchline. Why did you try and attempt to stick a landing?
This is hilarious. And Kevin's even going to coach him right here.
Say Bob's an idiot, and then extrapolate on the rest, or extemporate, whatever the word is.
Extrapolate's the good word to the good word to expound upon. But yeah, I pretty much.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to word this very carefully.
Any word, just use a word. Any word will do.
Literally, I've never seen somebody gobsmacked. He's like,
I know, it's crazy. His brain just stopped working. He's like,
He's literally stammering. He's like,
he's got nothing. And then he pretends he's like trying to choose his words correctly. It's like, we're goofing on Bob Levy. Go ahead, whatever you want.
pick 3.
He even said, just to say Bob's an idiot. You know, it's like, that's all you got to do.
It's nice to see like the end result of something that I shouldn't be doing. Like if I'm like a part of a podcast or part of something I'm making decent money, one should at least have a steady backup plan, look like it's going to be put in place.
holy shit.
Yeah, that's
no, you're worse than Bob. I have no idea.
It's contagious. I can't help it.
It is contagious. Why is everyone afraid
my
to
brain's
say
turning
anything?
into mush. I can't help it.
Oh my God.
It's turning red too.
Yeah.
Guys,
He's pinky.
Tom has the right to vote in this country for some reason. When people are like, we got to save our democracy. Why? So that guy can get out and fucking vote?
And he's got the balls to talk about a backup plan?
Is that insane? What are you talking about, Tom? Now, Tom was on the Shuli Network. He was on Uncle Rico's show one time. So is it maybe that's what he's thinking about? He's like, oh, man, thank God I didn't go the same route as Bob Levy, making fun of John all those years. Thank goodness I didn't go that way.
As if I could.
I mean, I never know where he's coming from. So
no, I watched this a couple times. So I was really trying to figure it out. Was that incredible just now?
Wow, so amazing.
He didn't know what to say, and it was just a softball. Like, what do you think about this? He's like, I was watching this stuff over the weekend. All right, what's your take?
That's legendary. I got to clip that whole thing.
That's an incredible clip.
And just some dabbler gossip to give some context, Carl.
Yeah.
Guess who was sitting at home waiting for the link for MLC and realized they got bumped for Tom Myers?
What? You were supposed to go on?
No, Chad and Earl Skakel.
Wait, is that true?
Yeah. KB bumped them for Tom. They were both sitting waiting for the link for the show.
Oh, that's
He's like, well,
hilarious.
I guess you wanted Tom on today.
That's great. The way he treats these people is insane to me.
Yep.
Is that a cost-cutting measure? Because he knows he can just fuck around with Tom, and Tom's not going to ask for money and doesn't care. Because otherwise, it doesn't make any sense. Because you would think you would have Tom on the way that Chad used to be on, where it's like him and another guy clowning him, and the super chat clowning him. And instead, he's just on there like the two of them are kind of having a conversation a little bit. But this is KB. He wants to watch Shuley saying that they built something special on TSN. He's looking for this clip, and Tom's got a great reference here. Very topical.
Let's watch that clip. They built something very, very fucking special. Very special at the shit network.
Isn't that
Something very
special?
special, huh?
So special, as Dana Carvey used to do in Saturday
No, they
Night
built
Live.
something special over there.
1993.
Yeah. 40
Sorry, everybody.
years ago.
I mean, I'm not even sorry.
He's doing a church lady bit.
Yeah.
Tom Myers is so out of it.
I thought that guy's tough enough reference. And the first segment was the worst reference of the night, but that might be it.
Listen to this horse shit. Now, Tom doesn't get a lot of feedback from people. He doesn't have like fans or listeners to his show. So when he gets one person reaching out to him, he remembers it.
I can't even.
And I received a comment once that said, "Hey, Tom, I'd subscribe to your Patreon, do all that stuff. If you did a Stuttering John segment on your show just once a week, doesn't have to be the whole show." I'm like, I don't want to rely on stuff like that. Like, I like creating my own content, and like basically my content is just reacting to stuff that's in the news or current events or various social issues, that type of thing. But it's sort of a wide variety of stuff that I talk about.
You're an artist.
So to speak.
He's like,
So
yeah.
to speak.
You can't be bogged down by one thing or the other thing. Wait, this is not it.
Oh.
I mean, it's Stuttering John. He's not listening to his guest. The guest is rambling. He's trying to find a clip. He gets the wrong clip. Then when he finally pulls it up, Tom was told he should do a Stuttering John segment every week. And Tom's like, I'm not going to do that. I react to other things. It sounds like you just react to stuff. You could react to John too if that were the case. But also, they were clowning you, Tom. Everyone was reaching out to you like, you should do a Stuttering John segment. Is goofy. And they want to see how bad you would be doing that, which I would enjoy. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Now, you'll notice the super chat that he pulled up, the $2 super chat, is Mr. Kill Everything is doing Pat Dixon now. He thinks he's a star. The other thing that's going on this episode of MLC, I don't check in very often anymore. Most people don't. It's a fucking rerun. So Mr. Kill Everything went on Rob Saul's show, and Kevin goes, did he pay you? Because if not, you can't come on my show anymore. Why would I pay you to be on my show if you go on their show and they don't even pay you? But this is a rerun. We see this with everybody. This is what happens. And now it's with Mr. Kill Everything, who, God bless you, he came to our show in Detroit last year. We appreciate him. But it's insane that this is who Kevin's dealing with now. Rob Saul, Pat Dixon on Rumble. He's watching Liam McEnany going on these guys' shows. Like, seems to have actual comedians on it, this show. It's crazy where it's gotten to. Here's a fun, sarcastic super chat that comes in.
Tom Myers for permanent MLC co-host. That'll never happen. No one's.
Okay. This is from Nice Podcast Stupid, which is a show that they're trying to get a name for themselves. I see them super chatting a lot. They come from the old Opie and Anthony subreddit. So they're kind of bringing that energy to things. And they're obviously in on the Tom Myers joke with the hashtag the king. So listen to how Kevin responds immediately. But for some reason, Tom feels the need to address the possibility of him becoming a permanent co-host on MLC.
Tom Myers for permanent MLC co-host. That'll never happen. I'm not hiring anybody full time for anything. I mean,
I have enough to do being the host of my own show. That's enough work.
I love that Tom first acts like it'd be his decision.
Right.
Yeah.
I appreciate the offer, but I got to turn it down at this time. Too busy.
I think they're both fighting to say no first.
Right, yeah. Who can say that's definitely never going to happen first? He's hosting one 30-minute show per week, and he goes, I have enough work already. I just want to point out, I host at least 3 shows, probably 5.
You're funny.
We talked about bringing back Point Davenport, and of course we do this little piggy. So the fact that this asshole is going, I already have way too much shit going on. There's just no way.
Heads up, I think he's got a show tonight or tomorrow night for Saturday.
Tom Myers?
Yeah. Saw him teasing it on a YouTube short.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
They're always bangers. It's going to be fun. Now, this clip right here, I dare you to tell me the difference between this and Stuttering John's show. Because Kevin's looking for a clip. He wants to show the Tony Hinchcliffe thing. And Tom starts talking politics. And it's nonsense rambling. Kevin's not paying attention.
Hold on, everybody. I don't give 2 fucks about any of this shit. So you can jump off, jump on, do all kinds of stupid shit. Tony Hinchcliffe.
Oh,
That
Jesus.
guy's such a fucking bitch. He's such a bitch.
Say something, Tom.
Anyone.
Hold on, I really have to send.
And I
this
think the only thing that Tony's killing at this point is his career. I mean, the Peng Dang incident, his agent dropped him, and then like appearing at what was basically like the American Bund rally, like 83, 84 years later, is like, are you that desperate for a gig and publicity?
Worst take possible. Tony Hinchcliffe is desperate. He's ruining his career. He's killing his career, and he's desperate for attention. So I think Kevin's paying attention enough to correct him on this. Let's find out, because what are you talking about?
Carl, Tony Hinchcliffe is playing arenas.
No, I'm going to point that out in a moment because Tom doesn't understand what's going on.
Hold on.
And now we're staring at our phones again, and Tom doesn't know what to do.
To be fair, Kevin keeps telling him to hold on.
I know. This is crazy
Which is like,
now.
shut up.
This is the Stuttering John show. There's really no difference.
I mean,
Look at
Tony
this.
Hinchcliffe, I imagine, is like
Tony's doing fine, but he's a bitch.
So Tom's just like, I got to fill this dead air. And he was going to come up with some kind of joke for Tony Hinchcliffe. And then Kevin's just like, no, he's doing fine. I just don't like the guy. Tony Hinchcliffe is doing amazing. Kill Tony is a huge show. They sold out MSG. They do arenas. They tour. It's crazy.
If anything, he's even more famous now.
Yes, everyone's talking about him this week after what was an attempt to be a comedy routine at this Trump rally in Madison Square Garden.
Routine.
It was. Honestly, the jokes didn't work in front of that audience, but they weren't terrible. There were some pretty funny ones.
Worked in front of this audience.
There were some pretty funny ones for sure. And if everyone's seen the video by now, we played it on Who Are These Broadcasters yesterday, which I was on with, of course, Christian and Eric Zane. We had Hack Ride and DJ Electra was on there as well. And we played the clip where he makes the joke about Puerto Rico being a garbage island. It's not the way he delivered it, obviously. There was a joke to it. And then he just says, when he gets a bad reaction, just like, listen, I'm not used to following the Star Spangled Banner. It was just kind of a funny quip to be like, this is not my scene. Yeah. I shouldn't be out here doing stand-up right now. But Kevin, of course, has to take it on face value and react to it like he was up there making excuses for why he wasn't funny.
Tony bombed. His joke bombed. He blamed the I almost said Statue of Liberty. He blamed the Star Spangled Banner. He literally blamed the fucking national anthem for why he bombed. I mean, you can't even make this shit up.
Which is another thing that John says all the time. You can't even write this. He says that all the time. Kevin is just picking up on all the things that John does, or vice versa. Doesn't matter. They're both the same show now.
It's incredible.
It's similar to how John takes things at face value. Just like, well, that's not what's really happening there. You're not that naive, right? You're not that stupid. And I don't think Kevin's that stupid. I think John is. But it doesn't matter. Same end result.
Where is it? I know I have it.
I mean, he's basically like if you were to hire a corporate comedian off of Temu, pretty much.
Oh God.
Okay.
Offended.
This is so bad. This is still happening.
Where's
I'm
the
not even
fucking
pausing.
clip.
He's looking for his clip.
What of the of his set?
Oh, I have it here. Oh,
Carl.
Okay.
Mhm.
It's behind.
It's almost like you got a podcast on Temu.
Maybe that's where he finds his hosts.
People be like, you need a producer. Right.
Yes.
Right. Yep. Yep. I need a producer.
Then he
Yep.
pulled up the wrong thing again.
Yeah.
Come on, dude. This is getting annoying. Maybe
Come
I do
on,
need a
Kevin.
producer.
He's talking to himself.
Hold on. Listen to this at the end. He mumbles this under his breath a little bit.
Come on, dude. This is getting annoying. Maybe I do need a producer.
Still looking. And then he eventually just takes his screen down because he cannot find the clip that he's looking for. This is John's show.
Right. Also, John telling Clay to be quiet is very much like this.
Yeah. Yeah, he has a guy on that he
Hold
has no
on.
respect for.
Hold on.
Yep. And then runs a show horribly in front of him as the other guy's trying to be entertaining to try to save it a little bit.
The best thing he could have done is just kick himself off his own show and hang Tom out to dry.
I want to see that.
You know how much quicker these shows would go if these guys realized they needed 2 screens?
Right. You know how easy it is to be able to look at one thing while you're doing the other?
Mm-hmm.
But Kevin is completely lost on here. And people in the chat on here are saying it's ever since Adam left, he needs a producer in the worst way.
Oh, yeah.
He has no idea how to run a show on his own. There's no wonder you can't find this on YouTube. He takes them down immediately after he's done. Like these shows are just taken down
he's
immediately.
always done that, though.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now it's because this is embarrassing.
Yeah,
That's why
yeah.
guys like me
Now for
fighting
good
this.
reason.
Yeah, it's bad. So this is fun because you'll see right up on the screen right now the $2 super chat. We've been seeing $2 super chats the entire time we've been watching these clips, and then he declares this.
And I'm not reading any $2 super chat, so that's a fact, Jack.
Hold on, that's a fact, Jack. This is why John's so proud of himself because Kevin says it. It's crazy. They're just watching each other's shows and getting pointers. This is nuts.
And I'm not reading any $2 super chat, so that's a fact, Jack.
A few moments later.
Also, thanks for Black Card if Tony. Yeah.
It's $1.99.
David Lucas. All right. Where am I? I'm a little behind.
It's not $2.
Yeah, right. Fucking idiot.
Pang dang. Weird the Johnsons don't super chat Bob or anyone else. Yeah, and it's weird that they took off 2 months.
That's another $2 super chat. They're almost all $2 super chats, which is why you probably can't afford Chad Zumock and Earl Skakel with their, highfalutin lifestyles that those two guys both live. Gotta make sense. All right, I have one more clip on here because Tom Meyer starts talking about himself. He doesn't know what else to do. Kevin couldn't care less. Just watch his body language.
I mean, I admire anybody who could just sit and do a live stream for like 3 or 4 or 5 days a week. Because I have to have stuff scripted. Like doing an hour-long pre-recorded show for me, my podcast, that alone takes a lot out of me. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of effort. And I like my downtime. I like to relax, and I like to get away from this stuff every once in a while. I try not to immerse myself in it.
And you thought he was phoning it in, Carl.
Kevin's got no reaction.
Got another clip.
So interesting.
He's just looking for clips the whole time.
Oh, it's so cute that Tom thinks he's a real guest.
He does. He thinks he's on a big show and he's a guest on there. He's like, let me tell you about my podcast.
Kevin couldn't give a flying fuck.
No one knows you from having your own podcast. We all know you from just clowning you for being terrible at
Don't
comedy
take
and
us through the process,
podcasting.
Tom.
Well, it's funny, too, that you hear how he said, he goes, I like to have a lot of downtime. Yeah. I get the sense he doesn't work real hard. Tom Myers doesn't strike me as a go-getter.
Yeah.
He's not putting in those long hours.
Schedule's wide open.
He's like, all right, let's hang out with the cat now for the next 15 hours.
Tom Myers, cat owner.
Yes, that's the most important thing to him.
Who are these podcasts? WA